Cut Uncut. All right, people. It is what it is. Going live, uncut, unedited. You already know what time it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Appreciate y'all people coming in. Appreciate you coming in. All right. Live, uncut, unedited, people. This is real. You know how we do it. We tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, people. I'm fed up. You should be too. And I tell you, it's two things that's holding us back. Well, maybe three. One is fear. What are we fearing? We fearing the protective child services. That's what we're fearing. And we are fearing our own children, people. I tell you. What's going on, Brother Nate? I see you. D, I see you. I see you all the way from Texas in the house. I tell you, people, this is real. Ain't nothing fake about this, people. Nothing. Nothing fake about this. I need you guys to share it on your page. We're going to talk about these children. Mama's going to be mad at me tonight. They're going to be mad at me tonight. Guess what? I don't even care. I can care less. They can delete me. Denise Blunt, what's going on? What's going on? Money Making Mike in the building, all the way from Arkansas in the house. All right, Jackie Bates, I see you. Kathy, what's up, Kathy? All right, they calling in already. Let me call. I ain't even calling in myself, people. Hold on. I got to I'll tell you, this is real, people. We're not finna play with these people. We're not finna play with these young folks. I promise you. This is a new year. This is a new year. Some got to give. You got these little bitty old babies out here shooting folks. Hold on, call. I'm going to call in. They calling too. Hey, caller. This is all right, Chad. I see you, Chad. I see you hanging there. Tell your daughter I said hi. She's still in my prayers. Just before you speak, yeah. It's time to tell the truth and shame the devil. Kim, I see you. Yolanda Williams. Kanika Rogers, good evening. Dr. Sanders, I see you. Martin, I'm going to call in. Big guy is bigger. What is this? Bigger than Nino Brown. Okay. Robert Bobby Reed. All right. I see you, Kathy. Hey. Y'all, listen, this is real. I think I got Dr. Sanders. I don't know who I got. Is that Dr. Sanders on my live?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's me.
All right, I'm going to get warmed up, Dr. Sanders, and I'll let you take it away. Take it away. I tell you, you speaking from a mother's point of view and a grandmother's and a wife. All right, we got all the way from Rhonda Horton, southeastern Illinois. I see you. All right. Was that Tavis Faber Briggs? I see you. Greetings. Divine Order. We in the house. This is live, uncut, unedited. The Crime Chaser. All right. Nathan, I see you. I see you. All right. I see you, Miss Pendleton. I hope you didn't have to. I read your post today. I didn't know to hit like on it or what. You know what I'm talking about. I tell you. Come on, Dr. Sanders. We ain't going to waste no time. If they ain't here, they ain't here. Come on with it. And listen.
Yeah, I mean,
just keep it 100. No sugarcoating, no holding back.
Yeah.
You just got to tell it what it is, because we're dealing with a different element of young folks now. And these young people feel the way they feel, that they don't have to answer to nobody. They feel that they have all the answers. You only been here 14, 15 years, 16 years. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Try to live a little bit. Then come back and teach us something. You don't know nothing. Call us 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299 0808. If you can't get in on either number, call either or. Okay. Latoya, I see you. I see you. Dr. Sanders, I'm Deborah Singleton, I see you. Vicky, I see you. I'm just so disturbed. I had a call today, one of my friends, and said she was riding past the whole block today and she seen some little boys shooting. She almost got caught in the crossfire. And she was just so, out of it. And my mind said, little bitty boys. She said, Martin, they was little bitty boys. Little bitty boys. What are we going to do, Dr. Sanders? Little boys, you work in the school system with these people?
Yeah.
Monique, what's going on?
Well,
I see you. Raven Harris. Dr. Sanders, what are we going to do? Are we going to give in to DCFS, or are we going to give in to the fear of our child? Well, something going to have to give.
Well, first of all, you don't have to be a part of a denomination or a religious denomination to understand moral and spiritual sense. The Bible tells the parents to rear your children up in the admiration and fear of God. And after you do that, if you're taught that, then the children have an obligation to obey their parents. Because when you obey your parents and respect adults, you have a long life. The problem is a lot of these young people are not real. Let me go into sectors. You have some children that come from either one-parent home or two-parent home. There's still no excuse. But if those parents have not learned how or what their role is, then they're not able to rear their children upright. That's why you got children that talk back. When my first child, old school told us to get him when he's in the womb. Meaning you train them when they get here, they'll know, because children can be wayward. And if the adults are not teaching them, or if they did teach them, they are not listening. This is a generation that are hard-headed. That's why so many young people are leaving here prematurely. You got to obey your parents, no matter what you feel, no matter how you feel. My oldest son, Vincent, will tell you, he acted a fool one day in the class when he was at Claire Barton. And I told the teacher, if you call me, I'm coming up here. And it's not going to be no conversation. There won't be no PTA meeting. I'm going to whoop his end right there.
Mm-hmm.
He thought I was joking. When I walked up in Claire Barton School on that second floor, and I knocked on the door, she saw my face. I had the belt in my hand. I said, excuse me, I need to have a word with him. And she stepped back in her seat. I said, you can call DCFS later. First of all, DCFS can't raise nobody's children. They can't. After they leave juvenile hall, they transfer them. If they're in prison, they transfer them over to California when they get 18. They can't do anything. They're supposed to protect them. But there were some parents that took whooping out of content to where they was knocking their eye out and making them breathe in their nose and burning them with irons and doing things like that. That's abuse.
That's abuse.
That's
Doctor,
abuse.
hold it right there, Dr. Sanders. I got another caller. Hold it right there. 08, is that 0870? Go ahead. Where you calling from, caller? Hey, caller.
Hey, Martin. It's Nick. It's Nikki. I'm calling from Chicago.
Oh, hey, Nikki. How you doing, y'all? I've been knowing Nikki, y'all, before she was even born. Trust me. So that's how far we go back. Nikki grown now, got kids, and probably got some grandkids now. I don't know. But listen. Okay, Nikki, what we going to do, Nikki?
I just got a couple of things to say. I'm about parenting, about what I don't like certain things that parents get on like social media and say. Like, for instance, like when their child get deceased, the first thing they say is, my son wasn't no gangbanger, my son been gangbanged. Some parents just need to tell the truth, Some parents raise their kids, they do everything they got to do for their kids, and their kids still go out and gangbang. So to me, it's like, It's like vice versa, you know. I know a lot of kids that got killed, and I know for fact that some of these parents know what their kids be out here doing. A lot of these parents out here know what their kids be out here doing. They smoke weed with their kids. They party with their kids, and that's the messed up thing to do. That's what's going on now. You can't be out here getting high with your kids and doing all that with your kids. Then when something happens to them, and you know they be out here bogus, you getting on social media lying talking about your child wasn't no gang banging all this. That's the problem. If you know your kids out here chilling and gang banging, try to do something about it. Try to get your kids up out of here. Instead of sitting up here, study 11 out in the streets doing whatever, running wild. And then something happened to them. Then you sit back crying, saying, I should have did this, I should have did that. A lot of these parents, I'm going to end it with this. A lot of these parents out here know what their children be out here doing. And I'm going to end it on that note, Mark.
Okay, nigga, just stay around. Don't hang up. I want to say something to that. Listen, parents,
Okay.
and don't get me wrong, we've always had teenage pregnancy, right or wrong, good or bad. And I'm not going to just blame it on because it's young mothers and stuff like that. Sometimes young mothers are forced to grow up early. They're forced to grow up early. And I respect anybody that's bringing life into the world, because you could have aborted the baby, terminated the pregnancy, but you did allow the baby to come here. The problem I have is with some of the parents, and when I say parents, don't just think mother in your mind, think father too, both parents. And I'm gonna be honest, Nikki, a lot of our parents don't know what we're doing out in the street. Now, have you ever heard that term, Dr. Sanders? I know you've heard it. Loving eyes don't see no wrong. Sometimes you can love somebody so much, you just don't see them doing no wrong. You can't even see them doing no wrong, even if they told you. So my point is, a lot of these parents don't know what their children into. Nobody wants to believe that their child is involved in sex trafficking. Their child is involved in gangs, holding guns, doing drugs. Probably nobody wants to believe that their child is doing that or drive-bys.
Sneaking out the house in the middle of the night, lying to my they got to go to school early and all that kind of crap.
Come on now, growing up, come on now.
Yes.
I think out of 100%, 60% know what they're doing. I don't care 60%. I say 60% know what they're doing, because a lot of them is getting, like I say, a lot of them is their friends instead of being a parent. A lot of them is their friends, man. And you know what I mean? A lot of these parents is their friends. They out here getting high with them, and they doing partying with them instead of being a parent.
Amen.
A lot of, I say, out of 100%, I give us a 60% know what their kids out here doing.
80%. I say 80%.
Okay, who is that calling?
Yeah.
8966. 8966. Who's that?
Yes. How you doing?
All right.
How you doing?
All right.
This Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing? What's going on? Tell us what's going on. What you wanted to know?
All right.
What you want to tell us?
Calling me, it's like, okay, I want to bring it to the table.
Okay, hold on.
To put the blame on.
Hold on. Before you talk, I want to ask you a question. Are you a mother? Are you a mother?
Yes.
Are you a grandmother?
Yes.
So you qualified to talk.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm a mother of 2, and I'm a grandmother of 11.
Ooh, okay.
And I put it like this. It starts at home. They want to put the blame on everybody else but the parent. Okay, if these kids, like, for example, these foster parents, they getting a good check for these kids. They ain't getting no little money. They getting a good check. But they don't care about what's going on with them kids. Only thing they worry about is that check. That's why so much stuff is going on. Then they want to say, well, drugs in the kids' system. Ain't no drugs in these kids' system when they was born. These kids, teenagers right now. I was just in a crossfire on 64th and King Drive. These kids was little, no more than 14 to 15 years old, shooting at each other in Parkway. And the police was not even a half a block away. Not even half a block away. So what is the excuse? What?
Huh? Well,
You
you
say
know
what?
what? That's true in some instance, but let me share with you all what I see when I read IUPs with students. There are some children that have been born with cocaine in their system. The IUPs wouldn't lie because the medical record says so. So there are some
but
children.
ma'am, I
I've
know
worked
for
with
a
one.
fact.
I worked with one.
For
I
a
worked
fact
with
his
a couple of them.
parents make their kids. They have their kids to act like something wrong with them. I real talk.
Well, I'm not talking about those.
What I
I'm
know.
talking about the ones.
They'll
I'm
take
not talking about the ones
IEP.
there.
No, look, they'll
I'm
take the
talking
IEP
about-
and everything. They'll do all that.
Well, no.
They'll do all that.
Let me
and they
break this down.
pass that. They pass it.
No, we're not talking about.
And
We're not,
ain't
I'm not
wrong with
talking
it.
about.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm not talking. So then, what I want to do is, when I go to school Monday, I'm going to actually talk to my principal about the statement you made, and I'm going to tell them that parents feel that
And I will, and
this child
you can
here,
call me and I
although
will
the medical
give you
record it is.
names.
The medical, well, I don't know about those students, but I do know the ones from working within the school system as well as working in the hospital. There are a lot of young parents who have been on drugs. We know that from working in human services. They did cocaine. They did crack. They did heroin. I'm not talking about those who want to feed off of a lie of a child. I'm talking about those parents that have ingested toxic into their bodies and passed to their children. So when it's time for them to go to school,
some of them kids is
have
smart.
a learning.
Some of them kids is
ability.
smart, ma'am. Some of
But
them
I'm
kids
just
is
saying
smart.
is that
I
that's
know
not
people.
all the case.
I know people
That's
that
not
was
all the case.
parents was getting high. I know, but what I'm just explaining to you, I know parents for a fact. My sister is one. She was getting high.
That's fine.
And her daughter right now, she's a nurse. She working in a hospital. So we cannot keep
There
using
are
no
some
excuse
that
for what
have
these kids
been medically
doing.
diagnosed, not the ones who are playing. There are some that have been medically diagnosed.
Can I ask a question?
And some have been placed in foster care.
Dr. Sanders, let me ask a question. This is what I think she's saying. Now, I agree with you 100%, both of you guys. Yes, I sold cocaine, so I already know about how it works. So a lot of babies are born on cocaine. But now, after a person is born on cocaine, once they clear their system, they're no longer a cocaine baby anymore. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I think she's saying, Dr. Sanders. So that's what I'm thinking because
Right. Well, the thing about it is that
before
Martin,
you come home
when
from
it
the
comes
hospital,
down to,
they get that cocaine out to you.
but
Before
the thing
a
of
child
it is
come home
that
from
a
the
lot of
hospital,
the
they get
kids,
that cocaine about.
a lot of the kids, and my girlfriend is down in Peoria. She works with a lot of children as well. But there are some children that still have some learning disabilities. They do have it. So it's not get some water, wash it out. The children are constantly in and out of foster care. And then a lot of times some of the foster parents, as you said, they look at the money per child. But now all of them don't fully adopt because they don't have to fully adopt after a certain time. They can turn those kids back into the system.
Yes,
And
they
so
could.
the thing about
Yes,
it
they
is
could.
that
But,
some of them,
but
I do
ma'am,
know a parent,
explain to them what
parent,
you get paid. But explain
I know
what
how
they get paid.
they paid. I know exactly
What
how
they get paid a day.
But
They get paid a check a
what
month.
I'm saying is that there are some children who yet carry some of that. All of them are not free from that learning ability. I know a lot of them. That's why they place them in cluster. That's who I work with. And when we read the IUP coming from the medical standpoint, they don't just sit up there and just write them off the top of their head. You have to be clear with the state. The state obtaining information from their pediatric records. That's what we see.
Ma'am, I'm telling you too fat.
But everybody is not on there.
What's going on with the doctors?
Home, holler.
Okay. All right. I got a new call. Hold on, I got a new caller.
Yes, when the truth come out, people get mad.
Okay.
Hello, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. 8 or 25,
Yeah,
45?
yeah, that's Marcus.
Who?
Yeah,
Marcus? Who's this?
yeah, 25, 45.
Okay, come on, man. You gotta take your phone off the speakerphone, bro. You gotta take your phone off the speakerphone.
All right, I got you.
Okay, come on. What you want to say, brother?
No, all I was saying, now perhaps it's if you look at it from back in the day, not back in the day from the 80s to the 90s, half of the mothers is probably in their 20s now, late 20s now, so it's not mother with like we used to have back in the day. We don't have the big mamas now. The big mamas now is, you know what I'm saying, still figuring themselves out, trying to put their pieces to the puzzle, or, you know, they're trying to live a life of what they trying to do. But, you know, I don't know what happened in between to make it like that. So it's something bigger than, you know what I'm saying, the absolute of what it is. So the mothers is kicking in with the kids. And not only that, when they go to school, you can be a good parent and try all you can. But once they go to school, they dealing with outside influences. So now their brain is not all the way fully developed. So now it's easy to be influenced no matter how hard you try as a parent. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just difficult all the way around, Mark.
Okay. All right. Well, let me just say this. Go ahead. You was going to say
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Listen. Now, and I understand what you guys are saying, and it's something we got to stop. Listen, we got to do something, bro. I mean, because it's either a lot of
you gotta come up with a solution.
We got to come up with a solution. We got to stop holding our peace and make these children be respectful, because they out of it's out of hand, people. And everybody, the first thing I hear parents say, they don't want us to discipline our child. Come on now, that's the oldest excuse in the book. So that means you're gonna let your child do anything.
Now Mark,
it's too many.
Go ahead.
Now Mark,
too many parents out here.
How what?
It's difficult. It's difficult all the way around the board, because yes, discipline. You cannot have discipline without knowledge and understanding. So, you know, a lot of people take discipline as, you know what I'm saying, stand hard, stand strong. But if you don't discipline them as well as talk to them and show them the right way, you got to have the whole gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy as a parent either. You feel what I'm saying? But we can go hard on our child. You know what I'm saying? You have mental disorders. You know, some people through the family tree is born with mental disorders, so you can go hard on them. You can discipline them. You can, you know, preach to them. You know what I'm saying? But I believe it's another type of formula. You know, it goes with a lot of love. We don't have the love that we had back in the day. We don't have, like I said, I'm going to one more time, the big mama, the grandmama,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, how old are you, bro?
Yeah.
How old are you, brother?
I'm 36.
Well, let me just explain something to you, bro. Let me tell you something. If I'm your friend and I say I love you, no, not on no homo stuff, and if I can't tell you when you're going wrong, I don't love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Children, listen, brother, we have to tell them. We got to, it's called tough love, brother. That's what it's called. Because if we don't use tough love, brother, we talk about parenting. Now, when I say parenting, I'm not just saying the mother, it's the father too. Okay, so ladies, get out of your emotions now. We have to have tough love on these youngsters. Guess what, brother? If not, we're gonna be prisoners in our own home. We listen. We live. Listen. We living in it. Huh?
Mark. I'm sorry, not that I'll talk to you, Mark. I'm listening. I've been on the earth plenty enough to learn about what I see and what I've been through. Tough love is great, but tough love also can break you, can crack you. So it's all a formula. You got to give and take. Tough love and love. You got to know when to give and take.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. I want you to explain, brother. Explain tough love to me in your words. I want you to give me an example of tough love in your own words.
Tough love, in my words, tough love, in my words, if I should break it down, let me pronunciate. Tough love is, okay, my son want a piece of candy. I love my son. I want to see him happy, but I know this piece of candy is not good for my son, sugar, diabetic, or the way he may grow up. So tough love is to allow him to feel a little bit, allow him to mourn a little bit, you know what I'm saying, so he can get the process, so he can, you know what I'm saying, understand. If I word it correctly.
No, I want you to explain in your own words. You explain it, bro.
Love is not, okay, I love you, but I'm not giving it to you. But I know what's right for you. I know what's healthy for you. I know what's understanding for you. So in that fact, I'm not going to give it to you no matter how much it hurts you. But, you know what I'm saying? I have to give it to you. I have to learn this way.
Okay.
That's my definition of tough love.
Can somebody else explain tough love to me?
If I love you, if I'm a friend, if I'm a friend, if I love you, if I'm a friend, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear.
That's correct. I want somebody else to explain tough love on here too, in their own definition. Somebody else.
Okay. This 8966.
Go
ahead.
Okay,
tough love to me is, the definition of tough love is, okay, like these parents will go out, buy these PlayStations and buy these Jordans, and the kids bring it home else. How you gonna reward a kid and they bringing grades home like that? Tough love is taking things what they like away from them, taking all this material, putting them in a room. I put it like this: to me, when you got to discipline them, show them tough love, put them in a room, take all if they underage, if they I say 16 and below, take everything from them. But if they older than that, put their asses out. Tough love like that. Because two people can't be in no house. Two people cannot be in no house. And nowadays, you have to show these kids tough love. You cannot. White people do that. Time out. Don't say that. Don't do that. No, you have to show, our people have to show these kids tough love. Take away all this stuff. They don't take their stuff away from them. They reward them. I can reward these kids. Yeah. They feel like if I don't buy them no Jordans, if I don't buy them this PlayStation, if I don't buy them this Xbox, they think I don't love them. That ain't love. That ain't love. That's nothing for you to tell them, I love you. Show them. Give them a hug. Yeah. I love you. They don't want that material stuff.
I'm a firm believer. We go off love and everything. I'm firm believer. That has to start from day one. So we can't satisfy kids.
That's what I said.
From birth to 7, and then try to change something. That's where it's going to. We still trying to figure ourselves out.
Okay.
So you cannot start from zero and wait till a kid get 9 and 10 and take a phone, because now at this point it's like taking candy from a baby. You're going to throw a fit, and then it's going to become.
But sir, can I ask you a question? Don't you know? Have you ever heard of little kittens? Have you ever heard of little kittens and little puppy? Don't you know you got to raise that kitten, right? You got to raise that kitten, because if you don't raise that kitten gonna do what? Do what it want to do, right? Just as well as you can raise a kitten, you can raise a child. A kitten just like a child.
So how far do we have to go back?
You got to train a child up the way you want to go.
And the way it should go.
You got to train that kitten the way you want it to be.
I understand.
Okay, hold it right there, sir.
The point of it is,
I want to see what this other caller have to say about that. 0870, I think that's Nikki. 0870. You still there, Nikki? She might have left, I don't know. Okay. Now, all right. Now, brother, let me just say this to the brother. I believe learning starts maybe in the womb. Because I remember when my firstborn, we used to read to the firstborn in the stomach, rub, talk to her, and stuff like that before she came. Now, I can't remember if doing it with all of them, but I know the firstborn, we did that. So my point is, brother, you have to start when you're young, you know, and this is a saying that I always say.
Yeah, of course.
It's a saying that I say, instead of buying your sons and daughters everything that you didn't have, we need to teach them as parents to everything about everything that we didn't know. What's more important? Is it more important to give our sons and daughters the latest hairstyle, the latest Jordans, the latest iPhone, tablets, and computer, or is it teaching them? Which one is more important? Well, I hear parents, well, I don't want my daughter going to school. They're going to laugh at them. But listen, teaching, if we teach them, the sister said it, Lisa said it, train up a child in the way he should go.
Eat for a day.
Hold on, brother. You guys, hey, brother, we got order over here, bro. I'm speaking, and I'll let you come on, okay? All right, let's try to be in order. Let's respect one another's opinion. Okay, thank you, bro. All right. All right. You teach a child, you train up a child in the way he should go. When he get older, he should not depart from. So we have to teach the children what they need to know. We have to listen. I remember one time as a father, I was like, only thing I'm obligated to do my children is keep them clothes, food, and shelter. I don't have to get them no extra perks if I don't want to. Don't have to do that. That's my obligation to protect you, to clothe you, to feed you, and everything. I give you the bare minimum. But I'm not going to give no disobedient son or daughter, I don't care how bad it hurts me, and reward them with a $500 phone. And you know you fell in all grades.
No.
I'm not going to do that. I'm ruining. Listen, you are ruining your child. I'm speaking from a father's perspective. You tell children what to do. You ask adults, but you tell children what to do. I got another caller. Y'all hold on. Another caller. Then I'm going to let you guys talk. Okay. All right. Caller 8944. Caller, where you calling from? 8944. I see you come in. Come on in. Probably listen to the prompts. So my thing is, when are we going to stop buying all these Jordans, stop buying all these little fancy clothes, and start teaching our children, teaching them life lessons? And remember, we talked earlier today, Lisa, listen, the school is not your mama. The school is not your daddy. Your mama is your mama, and your father is your father. You shouldn't have to send your child to go to school. The school is not a babysitting agency. The school is a learning institution. That's what it is. It's not a daycare. It's not a babysitting agency, parents. Okay? All right. Come on, caller. 8944. Where you calling from? Caller, 8944. Chicago. Let me hear you. Come on. Come on, sister. Come on.
Okay, so I think that what our kids are, it's not about tough love. Our kids are missing love. Sometimes as parents, and it also depends on when you have your child too, like what age you have your child. Sometimes when you have your child at a younger age, you kind of growing up with your child. So, you're growing up with them and you learning as well as you go along. So what a lot of our kids, our Black and brown kids, are missing is love and affection, because sometimes we as African Americans don't know how to give that. And it's not about taking from them. It's about giving them love, affection, and understanding, because we sometimes don't even understand our kids. You don't do like I talk to my kids all the time about what's about school, how they feeling and things like that. So sometimes you're not, but where's your communication at with your child? Because if you raise them and you're there for them, if you should be able to understand your child and not, when they talking about something sometimes, and I know my kids have to tell me, like, Mom, I know it's hard for you to hear me, but I need you to listen, because you have to sometimes we have to turn off our parent ear off and put on, put on some other headphones so we can be able to understand our kids.
Mhm.
And then we grew up and then it's also how you grew up. This world is not the world that you grew up in. It's not.
Yes.
You grew up in a world where, everybody looked out for everybody. We don't have that world no more. It's all for all for nothing.
So it's not one in particular. It's not one.
Brother, let the sister talk.
Bring love back into the community. We need to bring love and back and peace into our community. If you look at somebody's child doing something, and instead of you trying to reprimand that child or trying to be like, come on, what's going on with you? Because sometimes there are things going on with these kids that we don't know. It's in the school system as well. They go to school and they go through something every day at school. If they're not going through something at home, they're going through something at school. We have to get our kids, sit them down and talk to them, ask them what's going on, and be understanding. Be understanding with them.
Okay.
It don't always have to be about I'm the mama and you the son and you the child.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Our kids and get them to a point. Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. Now I hear everything that you're saying. Now, and you said sometimes we have to take off the parent ear and go down and relate to the child. Now, when we do things like that, do we compromise the father and daughter, mama and daughter, a relationship? Do we compromise that? Do we compromise that and let our sons and our daughters think that we're on the same level, and we're not on the same level? We're not on the same level. Now I can listen to you, I can hear you out, but we're not on the same level. That there's a difference. There's a distinction. I'm the parent and you're the child. And I'm concerned about what's going on in school. I'm concerned about what's going on, and I understand. I mean, I'm a parent. I never swear at my children. Never. Have I disciplined them? Yes, I have. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Have I made some mistakes in the past? Yes. Somebody got to cut their radio down or something, or put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute or something. Somebody got something playing in the background. Okay. So what I'm saying is, listen, tough love is love. That's still love. See, listen, you can't spare feelings. In some things, some life lessons, they have to learn on their own. Now, if a little boy, 3 years old, he keep running over to the stove, cutting on the stove, and I never correct him. Eventually, one day we wake up, the house is full of smoke. It's on fire. That has to be checked. I'm telling you, that's give you an example. Okay, I'll give you another example. The boy 5 years old, or the daughter 6 years, she loved opening up the door, the front door, and we never check her. When I said check, correct. That's what I mean by the words. Now, we wake up in the middle of the night, she gone outside the door down the street. Now, everybody looking us as a parents, as a bad parent, we're not monitoring our children. Why? We did not check that son or daughter that was playing with the door, always opening up the door. Now she's outside 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 blocks away. Now we embarrassed, we look bad because we never checked that. Okay? We never check. These are some of the examples that I'm giving as parents. That's all I'm just saying. And if we don't,
when you say,
go ahead, sister.
Both of y'all is correct because it
it's
takes the overall. Both of you is correct.
It's not no brother. It's not no right or wrong.
It's not that.
You got listen, brother.
Yeah. It's not one time.
Brother. I ain't gonna let you over talk me now.
I'm listening.
Okay, all right. I'm not trying to over talk. Okay, we ain't gonna do that one. All right, listen. The sister was saying something anyway. I want to hear what she said. Go ahead, sister. She was trying to respond to what I said. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
But when you're saying check, when you're saying, first off, like they said, you need to raise the child up. First off, a child at 5 years old shouldn't be opening up the door.
But they do.
certain
But they
things
do.
that you put in place, but certain they shouldn't be. That means you ain't doing what you supposed
No,
to be
not
doing.
necessarily.
As a parent.
Not come on, sister.
That does, because if your child, hold on, let me finish. Because if you have culture, and I know sometimes our kids deal with their friends and they do stuff like that out of character. I can understand that, but in some things, like I believe in your child should learn lessons, right?
Mhm.
You should not give them everything they ask for, everything they desire. That's even as a parent. God don't give you everything you want. He give you what you need, right? And I'm just saying on the biblical sense. Let me get off of that. So you have to get your child so where they can work for what they want. What you working for? Going to school is just going to school to get an education. We fought to get an education. That's why you're going to school. Because at one point we as African Americans could not get an education. So you're going to school because we fought for that. So you're not doing it for me by getting the A's and B's on your report card. That's thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing as an individual? So we as parents have to have order, discipline in your household. There has to be order in your household. There has to be understanding, and everything ain't about you're gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna recommend you. I'm gonna do it. It's not about all of that. Let's put the belt down.
Well, how do you?
Our kids are not growing up
How
in
you?
the era that we grew up in.
Hold on.
They're not.
How do you establish order in the
commit suicide?
sister? How do you establish order in the house?
You're a man.
How do you establish order in the house?
Okay. Now what is
I'm
it that
asking
your
you.
child is doing?
Okay, I'm asking. How do?
I'm trying to get an understanding.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to let you know. First off, we have to listen to our kids, and I keep saying this because our kids they are not growing up in the era that we grew up. I'm an 80s baby. This world is not the same world that I grew up in. So everything about is not needed with our kids in this world. It's not needed with our kids in this world. It's love. It's understanding. You have to understand where these kids are coming from and what's going on with them outside of the household.
They deal with the world, excuse me for cutting anybody off. They deal with the world out on the outside of home.
Brother, you gonna overtalk the sister?
That's just like with the 80s. That's just like with the 80s babies. Okay, I was born in '69. I don't understand y'all 80s babies. How y'all acting?
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's every generation different.
It's different.
And so if it's getting worse, what is the tools that need to be done? If you got 80% of everything that's messed up right now, you got 20% of people talking like us trying to get things together, what is the tool?
The whole community. The whole community need to get together and get together with our kids. It needs to be that's where our village is. We grew up with a village. You grew up, you was
right,
born
but see,
you had your auntie down the street, you had your cousins, and then you might have grew up in a household where there was a mother and a father. Our kids are not.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Okay, right. True that, but you know what, ma'am? I ain't gonna lie. Kids can grow up with just one parent. They ain't got to have both parents. They can grow up with one parent.
I believe that too.
I raised both of my boys by myself as a single parent. As a single parent. And like I was explaining, their father was living. But see, I was the type of person. I show a man I can take care of my kids. I played the role. What I'm saying is,
sorry to cut y'all off.
I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, sorry to cut y'all off, but look, you can't look at every child because you deal with mental health. Every child is different. They grow up different. You have aggressive. You have PTSD. So you need to know your child, know yourself, know your child before anything. You know what I'm saying? Even simple therapy.
What I'm saying, sir, No, what I'm saying, sir, I'm explaining to her. It don't have to. You don't have to grow up with both parents in a household. It's not kids that's growing up with both parents.
Depending on the child. Depending on the child.
No.
You might have a good one. You might have a bad one.
Kids. Wait a minute. Majority of these kids, if y'all look at the background of all what's going on, some of these kids come out of a home with both parents. Yeah. I can give you a list of names of kids that's out here doing shit.
I'm not against you at all.
And let me say that they have
and I give it.
Parent can have.
But where is the
and I give it to the women that did.
Okay, but like
it depends on the child.
I said me. Okay, but I'm saying me. I ain't talking about nobody else.
I'm saying
me. I was a single parent. My kids didn't go out here gang bang and all that type of stuff. I took time out with my kids. That's what you have to do. These parents don't take time out. They don't go to these schools and see what's going on. They don't go in there and say, well, I want to volunteer so you can see what your child doing. No, what they saying, I got to work. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
If these parents, if these grandparents will stop babysitting these kids for these parents, they want to get along to get along. No, you can't do that. You got to have order. Like you had said, there's a lot of grandparents 30 years old, 40 years old. Ain't no grandma used to be no 40 years old.
No, we had the big mamas in the house.
Like I said, I ain't ashamed to say, I have two sons. I got 11 grandkids. I just raised 53. It ain't like I was saying, okay, y'all do that. When they made them kids, they was over age. They was 18. Because see, when they was 18, from birth to 18, Lisa was their boss. Lisa was their leader. See,
it was all about design to me. We just there for the okie dokie.
Okay, hey Lisa, let me hit my brother.
Y'all care for the okie dokie.
Let me hit with my. Let me hear what
did.
Go ahead, brother. Let me let you talk. What you got to say, brother? Go ahead. I've been cutting you off, so go ahead and speak, brother.
No, I'm saying it was all about design anyway. For my years of living earth, just seeing and what's going on by my self-perseverance, it was all about design, but we wasn't strong enough as a people. And it don't look like, to me, we're getting no stronger in 2022, 2023. It's about design, and the majority of as Black people fell for the okie dokie. And the 20-30% that's trying, the 20 or 30% that's trying to hold on, it makes it hard for us. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking, what is the potion? What would it take for us, together to, you know what I'm saying, to see that the mission is done?
Okay. Well, can I ask y'all a question?
First of all,
let me ask a question. Okay. First of all,
everybody has to be
let me say this, Lisa.
Have to be on the same accord.
Right. Let me say this. Let me just say this. I just want my brother. Hold on. I want to say something. I'm gonna let you guys talk. Okay. I just want to say this. Okay.
All right.
Now, if we can be honest, we can really be honest. And the dear sister said it. The young lady, she said it. We live in a different time. She an 80s baby. These are different. Now, if we could compare the times, why is it we looking for different results and we continue to doing the same thing? It's called insanity. In other words, if we see our children young as 10, 11, 12, 13, committing grown people crimes, what I mean by the carjacking, snatching and grabbing, killing people, robbing people, that means we have failed our children. That's what that means. That's all what that means. That means we're going to have to take...
And not that parent. That means as a community.
As a community. I'm just saying that. That means we're going to have to take another look at how we raising our daughters and our sons. We got to take another look at it because it's not working.
Yes.
We living in the age, and no disrespect to the black women. Y'all got houses, cars, and all that. And we often hear this term say, a strong black woman. But you can't be that strong if your children running out there wild and you can't control your house. That's not a symbol of being strong.
Amen.
I got to tell the truth and shame the devil now. Somebody might delete me after this and unfriend me. That's okay. I'll find another friend. I got 1,000 people waiting. When you delete me, I'll just add on another one. So something is wrong. Something is wrong, people. We have left the structure of family. And what I mean by that, male and female in the home. Now we have gotten so crazy now that we try to make our youngsters believe that liking the same person is okay in this society. We gone. We calling right wrong and wrong right. The tradition of a family is a man and a woman. I'm telling y'all.
Say it in the good book.
Yeah. Now they can unfriend me. It don't make me no different. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. This is what's, listen, if I love my community, I got to tell my community the truth. Like it or love it. If I love my community, I got to tell them the truth. So that's what I'm doing.
Leadership.
You know, that's what I'm doing. We can't, listen.
That goes back to what's going on out here now.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
It's okay because they broadcasting it everywhere.
Right. We got our children.
TV shows, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Listen, now
YouTube, cartoons.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. When I speak out against violent video games, I'm talking about violent video games. I'm not talking about video games. All other games are wrong. I'm not saying it. Violent video games have a real influence on these impressionable minds. I'm telling y'all, people. I'm not saying that's the only thing. And bad behavior, parent behavior. Y'all doing anything in front of children, you saying anything in front of the children, and you acting anyway in front of the children, and you expect them not to pick up the bad habits. Let me say something. It's more apt to pick up a bad habit than a good one. It's easier. Listen, I remember one time, my son was cussing one time. He was just saying it. And I know he didn't hear from me. It was like a part of his conversation. I was like, well, where do you learn that from? He didn't even know what he was saying. So people, our children are acting out. I'm talking, brother. I'm gonna let you talk. Our people are acting out on what they see. They see the mother with this boy, this man, and this man. Then they see the father he flirting with girls in front of him. Come on now. Then the parents, each one of the parents dogging the other parent out. Come on, you confusing the child. They see two women holding hands. You confusing the child. This gonna be my wife. You're confusing the child. We got a lot of work to do in our community. I'm gonna let you guys go talk. I got a new caller. 7956. Let this new caller. 7956. Go ahead, caller.
Martin, how you doing?
I'm doing this, Nathan, right? Hey, Nathan, how you doing?
Martin?
Good. What's up, brother Nate?
Yeah. You know, Martin, I've been knowing you for many years.
Yes, sir.
And me and you, we go way back.
Yes, sir.
I think the problem is when the kids see the adults acting, going back and forth and arguing, what example are we setting for them? We saying it is okay to be that way. And my point is this. When I was younger, my mother said the child is never supposed to equal to the parent. No matter how old I get, I'm still your mother. And so we have forgotten that logic. We let these kids say anything, do anything without any accountability. And the excuse that we use is, oh, that's how society is today. That don't make it right. I wish I'm 52 years old, and I wish I would raise my voice at my mother. She'll say, "What you say, Nathan?" "Nothing, mother." That's how it's supposed to be. And that's how I train my daughter. She's 19. I can call her and talk to her about anything, no matter what it is. And you know what she say, "Dad, I can call you and talk to you about anything." Point is, I listen to her, but she knows where to draw that line. And that's where the problem is at. When I see 12-year-old kids out here smoking, drinking, that's unacceptable. And I'm a 70s baby. And you don't talk back to your mother or your father. I don't care how old you get. Because you're not old, you're not grown until you start paying bills. You're not grown until you're living on your own. And that's where the problem's at. We got too many adults acting like kids and too many children acting like adults. And we need to listen to our mothers and our fathers. I grew up in a single family home, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. My mother bust her behind raising all her kids. Now, my father, he was in my life, but he just wasn't living in the house. He was always there. I always had that family structure. You better believe if I did something wrong, my mother's on the phone with him saying, "You better come and get your son." And so I knew at 8 o'clock when he got off of work, I started getting nervous going up in my room and shutting the door because I knew I was going to get my butt tore up. And that's how it's supposed to be. The child is never supposed to equal to the parent. Never, ever, ever. I don't care how old you get. If you're 18 or 68, if your mother and father is still living, you give them respect. Period. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay. Go ahead, my brother. The other brother. Go ahead, other brother. My other brother. Go ahead.
No, look, I ain't gonna lie, Martin. I let a long track of thought, listen to other people's.
Okay.
But main thing, it ain't just started now. It haven't just started now. It started happening a long time ago, and it get worse and worse. As we go. You know what I'm saying? It's not, and to me, it's about design. But we as people, I would never look down on my black people. But certain things is true. You know what I'm saying? You feed a brother, you hire something from a brother, put it in a book. We go where the action at. One thing I was going to ask you, if you a teenager, if now the grandmother is 40, the mother is 16, 17, 18, there's no discipline. They don't discipline themselves. If you play the game and you play Grand Theft Auto, and you go outside and you see Grand Theft Auto, a live Grand Theft Auto, what do you expect these teenagers to do? They have to adapt. They have to adapt in a way if they don't have a strong parent. 20, 30%, maybe a little slight more of strong parents that's trying to maintain and balance structure. If you see it on the TV and you go outside and you see it, you go to school, you see it, what do you expect them to do? You know what I'm saying? If you like the sister said, you have to love them. It's a balance in everything. You have to love them. Definitely, but you have to talk to them. You have to listen to them, and you have to understand where they're coming from, so you can know. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to move forward. It's everything in one overall.
Well, you know what? Let me just say something, brother, and no disrespect to the ladies and the fathers on here. In my house, we will serve the Lord. Trust me. There's nobody screwing in my house but me. Nobody screwing in my house but me. I don't care if you're 17, 19, 20. If you're going to practice that craft, you're going to practice outside the door. There's rules. No door is going to be closed in my house with a female and male. It's not going to happen. Those are things I'm not going to allow. Now, I'm going to allow you to sit in the front room or the dining room or on the front porch together. That's cool, where it's visible. But I'm not going to set the stage for another little mouth to come in that house, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. No, and I'm not against, brother, let me talk. I'm not against relationship. at all. I'm for a relationship. I believe in girls liking boys and boys like. I believe in that. I don't have a problem with that. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to set the stage where y'all going to have sex in my house. That's not going to happen. And you're not going to listen. Only time that you allowed to come over here or even allowed to sit on the porch is when I'm home. If I'm not in the home, you are not allowed in the home or allowed on the porch. This is a man talking. This is what men do. They put down order in the house. And when the rules are being broken, the way you discipline your child, you may not do it the way I do it. Every household is ran different.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
No,
But I'm just saying, brother, I'm talking, brother. Brother. If you can't stay in order, brother, I'm gonna have to boot you off, man. I'm trying. I'm really trying to work with you, bro. Okay? All right. It's too you blowing me. All right, listen. So that's what I'm saying, people. You have to set boundaries. Listen, you're not going to be sitting up all night watching the TV and you got to get up and go to school in the morning. This is stuff that you have to train your children. This is what I used to tell my children. I said, hey, if you don't go to sleep, you better lay your head down like you sleep. You're not going to be watching no TV because school in the morning. That's what I tell them. Now, sometimes they can't go to sleep at 8, 9 o'clock, but lay their head down. And I'm going to leave that door open so when I walk by and look, I'm monitoring, I'm watching. And I bet not hear a pin drop in there. Nothing. That's how I got down, people. That's putting order in the house, establishing order in the house. Now, and I'm going to tell you another thing, and no disrespect to these ladies. Ladies, if you have a live-in husband or live-in boyfriend or you shacking or whatever, or even if you have a husband at home, don't go against your husband. When your husband say no, you know with it. If the wife say no, you say no. Don't do that because the children are smart. They will find the weakest link, whoever the softest, and they know who they can pick. Well, Dad let me get away with murder, so I'm gonna ask Dad, I'm gonna say, Dad, can I stay after school? And Mom always told her to come straight home after school. See, that's another thing in the household. We let our children pin us against one another. We cannot do that. As parents, as guardians, we can't do that. Because when we do that, the scripture said a house that divided against itself will not stand. It's stand. And I understand that male and female is from two different households. You might, in your household, you may not go to bed with dirty dishes. In her household, it's okay. She'll get up and get dishes in the morning. But you guys have to come to a compromise. You have to come to a compromise. And I tell people, you tell children what to do, and you ask adults to do something. There's a difference. You tell children what to do. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to wear. I'm your parent. And I know they get upset and we can't fold. I remember I used to whoop my children sometime and I used to kind of cry. I say, man, I hate to have to do it because if I don't teach him now, he's going to get out in the street and somebody going to kill him if I don't do it. So I had to do a lot of training and teaching. And another thing to help me out, when they first came home from school, I said, no playing with no toys or nothing. First thing you should do when you get home from school, start on your homework. I'm not going to wait till you eat. You start eating and then try to do your homework. You're sleepy. You're tired. No. Soon as they fresh from school, come home and do your homework. And guess what? I was right there with them, helping with their homework. It was working my brain, but I had to do it. It paid off. I sacrificed. I had to stop working to go pick them up from school. I sacrificed from making money. And anybody know me, I'm a hustler. I love to make money. But when it comes to my children, I got to cut it off because they are my best investment in life. They are the future. So this is the way we have to think, people. We have to think like that. And when the teacher tells us something about our children, even if we don't like it, just kind of listen and do a surprise visit and see what the really teacher's talking about. Because remember, it's the teachers that's with our children 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And so they have a lot of interactions with our children. So a lot of us as parents, We don't like the teacher telling us about our child's behavior. We don't. Come on now. And I know we living in a different age. But listen, right is still right and wrong is still wrong. I don't care if you from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. It's still right. You got to lay down law and order in the house. You ain't got to pick up no baseball bat and bust nobody upside the head. I'm not saying get no extension cord and whoop nobody like that. No. But you have to set discipline in the house. And you have to allow that man to be a man. A lot of us that's got live-in boyfriends that already had a ready-made already made family. We don't want that boyfriend telling our children what to do. Let's be honest. We don't want them. Ladies don't want them to do. But if that man gonna be in his life, you got to give him some type of authority to tell your children what to do. As long as it's right, it's cool. We have to do that because you got a lot. You got a lot of parents like that.
The right man.
Okay, I got another call. I think I got another caller.
Be the right brother.
I got another caller.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Call. That's 4680. I think 4660. I think that is 573. Caller.
Is that Thomas Johnson?
Yeah. Yes, that's you.
Is that Thomas Johnson? I'm hard of hearing.
Okay, come on, talk.
Yes. Look, I was going to raise that. I'm going through a little bit almost the same, but my kids are older, and I have to do the same thing as a lot of you all. I mean, you all have to do. They came and lived with me, and I kicked them out. Now I'm dealing with my younger kids. They younger, but it's not them. It's the mother. She is just reporting stuff in order to get me out of the house. But she knows that I am the man of the house. And she dropped the cases 2 times. So how am I supposed to deal with this situation? And then, not only that, my 2 older kids, well, not my 2 older kids, but my oldest child was they said they didn't like me, or you know how they be, and I'm one of those type of person. I deal with my kids. So anytime when they call me, I do break up my neck for them. So what am I supposed to do with I'm dealing with the mother situation?
Well, brother, let me just help you out, brother. I've been through some stuff like that. I'm gonna just tell you, you got to work with what you got, brother, because it's like a power struggle. You know, sometimes the children, somebody got something playing in the background. Y'all got to put your phones on mute because it's irritating me. Put your phones on mute because I hear something in the background.
I can't hear. I'm kind of hard of hearing. I'm a little bit deaf.
Okay. Let me try to talk close to the mic. All right, brother, you're gonna have to work with what you have. You have some couples, some males and some females. They play what you call chess, and they use the children as pawns to try to control and break you. You know, and a lot of parents, if the relationship is sour, if they use the children to hurt you. And most of the time, the mothers have physical custody of the children. Brother, all you can do is the best you can.
I heard that. I heard that. And you know what? I didn't mean to cut you off because she knows I don't have nowhere to go. I've been doing everything in my power, and I gave her everything. I don't have nowhere to go. And my thing is, too, how she just gonna just kick me and the kids out?
Okay. Do you have custody of the kids? My brother.
No, we still live together.
Okay.
We still live together. And that's what I'm saying. When she did that police report and stuff, and then she was calling herself trying to go to a hotel because the police officers came here. They was trying to make me to go, and they looked at it like she's not here, and it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. They was like, man, we're not going to keep you and the kids out. And then she came back at like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, trying to show a little love and everything. And not only that, morning, we've been together for 4 years. Of course, I could have been wrong at that time, but I didn't know, man. I mean, she was the kid, the lady that I want to be with. But
yeah,
I
bro.
didn't have no choice at that time.
But brother, let me say this.
I don't have nowhere to go.
Brother, listen.
I ain't got no money, no nothing.
Brother, listen. It look like you gonna have to be in a shelter somewhere, cause she don't want you there. Cause she's going to use the police to get you up out of there. She probably don't want you anymore, brother. It be like that.
That's what I just told the judge. That's what I just told the judge the other day. Because when I went to court, they said that, and they was like, the case is dropped. They said the case is dropped, and I told the judge, I said, well, what am I supposed to do if he's gonna try to keep using the report order, you know, to try to get me kicked out? But at the same time, I don't have nowhere to go. And it's like today, she did the same thing today. She left and dropped the kids off at her mom's house. And I was like, wait, what's going on? She's like, you know, I just need some space and and came back and was just laying down and stuff. And then I'm like, well, you could have just woke me up and I would have watched the kids.
Yeah, she ain't on it. Do she get high? Do she get high, brother?
Well, she.
Yes or no, brother? She get high.
She need to take her medicine.
Okay.
No, she needs to take her medicine. She take medicine, but she don't take her medicine, and she's on social media, like the online stuff. She talks to people online a lot. I don't know. I'm not really in this social media stuff, but she's just online talking to people, and I try to tell her, them people don't want to be with you. They want to break your relationship up or whatever. I'm not really into all that. But I'll try to tell her, you know, they don't want to be with you. They, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the right word of it. Everything that COVID-19 happened, everything she's been working from home, she's totally shamed.
Well, brother,
she have not been the same ever since.
Let me,
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me just say this. I'm not a marriage counselor, nothing like that. But the best advice I can give you, you got to start making preparation, brother. You're gonna have to get you a job, get on your hustle. Cause listen, brother, you can't make nobody love you. You can't do it. You can't make nobody be with you. They could be. Listen, you got people that live in a household right now, don't sleep in the same room. They only there because of the children. It's convenient, but they listen. Their mind is somewhere else. Their mind is on somebody else out in the street like that. So you got to make preparation, you know, so you won't be left out in the cold, brother. So you can have a place. If you get a place.
She made me lose my job. It like I said, I don't really.
Can I say something here?
Go ahead.
I was dumb enough. And
hold on, brother.
Stupid moon for me to do that.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let the sister say something. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Go ahead, sister.
First off, I understand you going through something, but you got to fix. You got to fix. You got to get your mind and your mental together. And sometimes you need to move around in order to get yourself in order for you. Because your kids need you, okay? So whatever's going on with her, let her deal with it. But you got to get you together. Don't let nobody take away something that you work, a job, that you fighting from a job. No, that's not what a woman does. That's not what a woman does. A woman don't break that. She don't break a man down. She builds him up. Okay? And so you need to focus on you. Get yours together. Get your mind, whatever's going on with you, get you together. Fix you for your kids. Because them kids need a father. And a healthy one at that, okay?
I'm
Don't
trying.
beat yourself over. Don't beat yourself over no woman. Because what you out there looking for, she's going to get it in some, okay? Whatever it is she's
I know.
she's going to get it in some. But get you together. Get your mind and your situation, get you together and in order. So you can attract what you need in your life, okay?
Right. And Mitch, if you can hear me, she's been married for 15 years before she came to me.
We're not gonna go over what's going on, okay? I'm just telling you to get yourself together. You don't know woman, don't know man. You gotta get your life in order. Get you together. Mentally, physically, emotionally, get you together. You have to be 100. You're a man. A man is supposed to stand up.
Mitch, I've been doing that.
A woman, okay, and I'm telling you again, remove yourself from a situation that you're in because it's not healthy for you or your kids. Your kids should not be seeing you get beat down like that. I don't know woman does that in front of no man in front of kids.
That's what I'm saying. I've been doing everything in my power that I can.
Get on your
knees
and give it to God. But you gotta go. Because your kids ain't be seeing you weak like that.
I am willing to let her go. It's just I don't have nowhere to go right now. I don't have no money right now. In the holidays.
Brother, you got family in. You got family in.
My mom is the only person.
You got family?
My mom is the only person, but her house is full. Her house is so full, I can't bring my kid there right now. I mean, I can, but I don't know, man. I just think it's not the right thing to do. That's all I'm saying.
Brother.
I have a lot of stuff here. I can't get.
Brother, listen. Let me just tell you something, brother. Brother, let me just say something. Let me say something to you. Right now, you dealt with this. This is your test right now. And you're going to have to fight this test. Sitting there making a pity party. I'm not feeling sorry for you, brother. I want you to stand up and be a man. A man going to go out there and make something happen. If you got to go out there and carry somebody groceries to the car, do what you got to do, brother.
I'm trying my best because I ain't never made no phone call like this.
No, that's okay, brother. You all right.
I'm willing to listen to everybody.
Right, brother. Listen. This is a village, right?
But I ain't never done nothing like that.
That's okay, brother. You ain't did nothing wrong.
I really want to do this for my kids.
Listen, brother. You have.
I'm embarrassing, man, because I work so much and I do everything in the power for this stuff, man.
But listen, brother. Listen, brother. Listen. Let me just tell you this, brother. Let me just listen to me. Listen to me. I'm a 54-year-old man. I've been through what you've been, man. I've been through that, brother. Trust me, I've been through what you've been. Just listen to me. I need you to, number one thing I need you to do is focus on yourself, brother. Because if you ain't no good, you can't be no good to your children. Okay? Your children, they need you. They need you. Your children need you. And you sound like a man that loves your children. And I love that in you, brother.
Yeah, man, I pay my child support, man.
Okay.
I pay all my child support.
That's okay, brother. Listen.
All my child support.
Listen, brother. You got to focus on you now. Right now. You got to focus. You got to tell yourself, I got to get myself together. You got to get on your knees and ask God to guide you. You got to get in your quiet space. Yep. You got to cut that phone off, turn that plate down, and pray and say, God, guide my mind so I won't do nothing crazy. Because see, right now, you're in a dark place. You could be suicidal. I don't know. You could be ready to kill something. I don't know. So I'm telling you, before you explode, you need to humble yourself. You need to sit down and get on your knees, get in a quiet space. A quiet space, go in that bathroom in that house and just pray and cry out to God. Say, God, help me as a man to be a man that I'm supposed to be to my family. God will grant that to you, but you got to believe it, brother.
What you want ain't what you need.
Right. You know,
I
so
don't want that 5K, man.
right.
I'll be holding on for a little week or something.
Well, hold on, keep
and
holding on.
I just got tired of it today.
Just keep holding on, brother. You got to get your mind. You got to get your brother. You got to get your mind right. Your mindset, brother. You're not thinking. You're not thinking when your mind is crowded right now. You're upset. You're very emotional right now, which is okay. That's normal. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to pat you on the back.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not really upset. I'm not really upset. My bag is packed up. My kids' stuff is not packed up yet. I'm ready to go.
Right.
I mean, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But I'm saying is, I just don't have nowhere to go.
Brother, you're going to have to go to a shelter. You're going to have to go to a shelter. That's where you're going to have to go.
Exactly. But
brother.
Everybody keeps telling me that they don't accept man's shelter or whatever. I don't know how.
Brother, listen. Quit going by what people tell you and get on the phone and call around. I'm quite sure there's some resources where you at. Quit listening to people and get on the phone.
I got my pen and paper right now.
Get on your phone. I don't know what state you're from.
I don't know what man's shelter.
What state you from, brother?
I'm from Columbia, Missouri.
Okay.
Columbia, Missouri.
Columbia, Missouri. Call 911 and ask them, are there any men's shelters with families? That's what you do, brother.
They already know. That's what I was saying. The case just got dropped Wednesday. So I was trying to give them a little time. And then, like I said, I was going to do that Monday. I was thinking about going to a low income place.
Well, do that.
I'm trying to talk to them and see what they say.
Do that as well. Listen, do any option that come to your mind, man. Because see, I don't listen, brother.
Okay,
listen.
But I ain't want. I wasn't trying to be on here trying to show off.
No. You ain't showing off. You ain't.
Like
listen, brother.
I'm trying to ask for help. I mean, I've been holding some of this stuff alone. I don't have nobody really to talk to, and I've been watching you more for a little minute and everything. It just came out, man. I'm tired, man.
Yeah, you. Okay.
You can't beat up on my kids.
Yeah, brother. Listen, brother. Don't give up. One good sign that I like what you said. You are paying your child support, so you there financially. You are there. You're there. So
I'm good with my child support.
Right. So you got a lot of men that ain't good with the child support. They ain't gonna pay no child support. At least one thing I learned from you from this.
Hell no. I don't like jail. It's one thing about me. I don't like jail. So I will do whatever I gotta do. And I even with that 2 years ago, I didn't even know before I moved down here. I had to pay $10,000 cash. And I paid that in 2 days.
Okay.
Before they released me out of jail.
Okay.
I had some money saved up. So I don't play with that. I don't play with that at all.
Well, somebody said.
Like I said, I'm not about that bragging and showing up about money. That's not me.
Hold on,
that's
brother.
Not me at all. Like I said, now everybody could see you.
Hold on, brother. Somebody said, tell him to contact the Department of Human Services in Missouri. Contact the Department of Human Services Human Services in Missouri. Write it down.
Hold on. Let me write that down. I'm hard to hear. I heard what human. Okay, yeah, I know human
Services.
Service. Okay, right. Okay, hold on.
Okay, you contact them.
Hold on. I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm gonna put my phone down for a second so I can write these down. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. No problem. And you see people.
Right. Okay. So.
Go ahead. Department.
So that's what I'm saying. She dropped the case 2 times, and like I said, and I even told the judge that Wednesday. I said, hey, she dropped the case or whatever, and what do I do if she's coming back and try to make up stories? Because I'm not abusing her or nothing. She just want me to leave the house. I guess she must want to move on. with somebody else. Like I said, I'm not gonna, assume whatever the situation is or get into it. But like I told her, and my situation is too. If she wants to move on, that's fine.
Okay.
My situation was
Hold on, brother.
give me time
Brother, hold
so
on.
I can get my money
Brother.
together.
Brother, hold on. I got a telephone number for you.
Yes, sir.
Get your pen ready. I got a number for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
573.
I'm ready.
573. You got it? 817
817
64 30.
Thank you, brother. Cause they sound like somebody they know what they talking about. Yeah, I need somebody that know what they talking about like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But can I ask you a question, brother?
That number sound familiar.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
You still love your girl, your baby
Yes, sir.
mama? You still love her? You could be honest.
I
Come on.
did.
Be honest, brother.
Look, before I know, just hear me out for a second. Before the police call and stuff, yes, I did. After the police phone and calling, no, I didn't. Because I seen how she played me.
Okay.
Because it's just like what I'm trying to say is she knows if I leave right now without the kid, she is not going to be able to deal with the kid.
Okay.
See, her thing is because that's what I said. I didn't really break it down with everybody because I'm not trying to be on her like that. She left her first child like that.
Yeah.
Martin,
Yeah.
can I just say one thing?
Go ahead, brother.
To this gentleman here, I just want to tell you, let her have those children, and then you go and you leave that situation alone and get yourself together.
See, that's what I was getting ready to say. I right now, because at first she was trying to do that, but then she kind of realized she couldn't. So I think, and we were talking about going to the low income place, and she was going to give me the kids, so I can find somewhere with the kids. See, lately I've been leaning off, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, let her like, okay. But every morning before I go to work, she's been asking me for help with the kids. And I'm like, look, I got to get ready to go to work myself. So it seems like she knows she can't deal with the kids. And when I was getting ready to tell her morning, she left her first child. She's been married for 15 years and left her other child.
Okay. How many children you got by her?
2. I got a boy and a girl. Well, my oldest daughter, and I got a girl first, and my youngest boy with her. See, my daughter is the one that's a handful with her. She can't deal with my daughter. But my daughter and my son, they both listen to me.
Okay.
But that's because she's deaf. And I'm hard of hearing.
Okay.
Everybody trying to say it's
Oh, okay. Let me say something. Can I say something to you, brother?
But again, though, ever since the COVID-19 hit, she's been working from home because before we were together, she was working at the place. But when she started working from home, I would say maybe 3 or 4 months later, she just been spoke to me.
Okay. Okay, I got another telephone number for you. You got your pen?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
It's called Rainbow.
Okay.
Rainbow House. Rainbow. You know how to spell it? I'll spell it. Rainbow House.
I'm familiar down here.
Okay. That's 573
573
474 6600. 474 6600.
000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay, brother. Listen, and let me tell you something, brother. You need to go talk to somebody in your area, brother. Do you got a medical card or something? Or you want to go talk to some spiritual
Medical
person?
card.
Yeah, or something. Get you some help mentally, man. You need, because you're in a tight spot right now. You need to get your mind together, man, because I don't want you to hurt nothing. Don't want you to hurt nothing.
Oh no. Oh no, like I said, no, I'm not the one of those crazy person or nothing like that. Like I said, I got 8 kids. Besides them 2, I got 6, and then with them 2, so I got, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just care for my kids. And before before everybody else was calling with their number and stuff, when you was asked about, do I love her? And yeah, like I said, she's the one that hollered at me after she wouldn't get over her divorce and everything, and she actually helped me. So I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Depends on her. So it's like, man, you leaving me. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Do that if you don't love me.
Can I ask you a question?
For my kids now.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Is she still married?
Yes, sir. One.
She's still married?
What?
Is she still married to her husband?
No. They got divorced. And everything.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. I help her with that. Yeah, I help her with that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I help her with all her little stuff, and then she ended up helping me with my child support. You know what I'm saying? She was so like everything is just, I don't understand. And like I said, I want to get breaking down to it, but then I don't, because it is what it is now. It's the second time you call the police on me, and then you drop the cases. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to act funny. And then I'm hearing this stuff every day. You don't want to clean up. You don't want to do this. You're not watching the kids. Now you're dropping the kids off at your mom and them house just in order, to come back home to be online and stuff. I don't know, man. Like I said, if you want to find somebody,
you know what?
I even told her that. I told her, I said, you can talk to somebody. Leave the kids here, and you can go to that person's house.
You know what? Can I just say something that sir? The next time when she dropped the kids off to her mom's house, then you take that time and get away and get far away and get you together. Those kids gonna know that the daddy loved them. But daddy need, sometimes parents just can't see eye to eye. Kids, they will understand that. So next time she dropping kids off at the mama house, that's your cue to get the heck out of there.
He ain't got nowhere to go.
Don't worry about what she's doing.
You know what? I was thinking about that today, but like I told Morton earlier, it's been a holiday. I ain't got no money. I bought everything for Christmas, and my truck needed to be fixed up. So I was trying to wait till I got my truck fixed up, and I don't have no driver's license. So I was trying to. It's a little bit rough on my side, but I'm not even worried about my truck and stuff because I know I can always come back here and get that. But the thing is too, like I told my mom, but my mom is in a situation. Her house is so full. And she was like, well, I'm like, well, Mama, I'm your only child alive. You got to accept me that. And she was like, well, I don't know about you and the kids. I'm like, well, Mama. So it's kind of like, I don't know what to do at this moment. So that's why I said, I'm glad y'all helped me with that, because I even told the lady that I'm with, I said, well, you know what? I just take the kids, and me and the kids just gonna live out on the street.
No, they ain't gonna do that, brother. Listen, let me ask you a question. How old are you, young man? How old are you? How old are you, young man?
I'm 44, and my kids is 2. I'm 44, And my kids is 2, about to be 3. My girl's about to be 2 and 3. And my youngest boy just turned 1.
Wow, you got little bitty babies. Little bitty babies. It sounds like you love your family, though.
Yeah, my other's older.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. This sounds like you love your family.
Like I said, I'm not. Like I said, I pay my child support. I do everything, man. Every clothes they got her. I mean, like I said, I'm not really gonna just judge her. I mean, she may pay a little bills and stuff, but almost every clothing and diapers and stuff, I bought all that.
That's good. Hey, brother.
I bought everything over there. The toys.
Let me ask you a question,
Yes,
brother. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible where you can get like do some temporary work, go to them, the day labor and put a little money in your pocket until you find you another job? Is that cool?
I got a job.
You told me
I got a job.
Okay. You told me that she made you lose your job.
She made me lose my job. Right. The one I had before making big money.
Right.
And now, I'm working. I work for People Ready right now.
Okay. But why you ain't got no money?
People Ready is? I'm almost like Labor Ready.
Okay. Well, let me just say something. Are you saving some money?
I'm trying, man.
Okay.
With child support, if you're working with People Ready, you make $80 a day. You know what I'm saying? You only getting like $30 out of that.
Oh, okay. Okay, bro. Brother, you don't use drugs, do you? And alcohol, do you?
Well, I drink a little bit, but not every day.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you that. I'm trying to. I've been stopped. I've been clean for 2 weeks because I'm trying to go to Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And she knows that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you made me lose my other job. So can you help me? I mean, can you wait till I get back on my feet with this other job? And like I said, again, what happened with that, I brought my son. So her and my son got, like I said, it kind of little. I'm not here to make no excuse. I'm a man, I mess up on my own. So I ain't gonna use nobody else to this. I messed up on my own. So I'm trying to deal with it. Like I told her, I should never let nobody stay with that's the first mistake I think I made.
Oh, somebody stayed with y'all? Who was that? Who stayed with y'all?
And they were my kids.
Oh, okay.
My kids.
Mm-hmm. Your grown kids? I'm trying to figure out.
And it was like,
I'm just trying to figure out where you're going. Okay. Now, well, I think somebody else just called in too. I got another caller. Hold on, bro.
Right. Everybody say more. It's my story.
I know, but that's okay, brother. Man, listen. No. I'm glad you called, man, because if you felt impressed to call, you did the right thing, man. You don't know where a person mindset at. Sometimes, man, right now, I'm gonna tell you where you at in life. You're in your dark space right now. That's where you at right now. You hurt. You hurting. You got love for your you got love for your family.
I wasn't trying to.
No, you good. You ain't. Listen, brother. If you was a problem with me, I'd have hung up on you. I'd be like, this ain't the show for you, brother. No, I got to take time for my brother. Brother, listen. It's you today, but it might be me tomorrow. It works like that. It works like that. Let's see what this new caller got to say.
I know.
Hold on, brother. Don't hang up.
I'm tired, man.
I know.
I just want to get help. Do right for my kids. That's all I want, man.
Yeah. 4128. Where you calling from, caller? 4128.
This is Coach Martin.
Hey, Coach. How you doing, Coach? Go ahead. What you got to say?
I just want to tell him that he always can go to like a temporary, like a shelter. If you go to, you go to the police station and tell them your story, they will tell you places to go and things to do. So, yeah, and I see that somebody dropped, information in the chat for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Martin.
Well, here's the thing is, Here's the thing, is, my brother. She just went to the police on me. So can I still go to the police even though she did all that and the judge dropped the case on me?
So even if you walking down the street, right, or you going to the store and you see the police, you can wave them down and you could be like, "Hey, I just got a quick question." Make up a lie. "Hey, I just moved out here and I just want to know, can you guys tell me where a shelter is? Can you guys tell me that?" Whatever question you got to ask. That's what the police are there for, to help. They are there to protect and help. We got to stop sitting down and close our mouth. We got to open up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I agree with you. Cause I did you do a little basketball coach. So some of them know me. So that's why I said I didn't know how that could have possibly worked. So that's why I said I'm tired of it now. So I was going to wait till Monday and try, because I know such a name, it's going to take longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to go to a low income place. Low income officer, and tell them what the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, well,
other than that,
and fill out some applications. Ask them, do they have a waiting list? You got to prepare, brother, because it seemed like she probably will give you the children, though. She just won't out.
Oh yeah. She even said that, and not only that, by the way her acting today is, I know she don't want the kids. I know that, but I don't like to like I said, I don't like to put that in her words, but I do see that.
Are you a veteran?
Boss man,
you know what I'm saying? I see that. I know that for 75%, and then I don't see that in 25%. You know what I'm saying? But I know because, like I said, I do everything here for the kids.
Hey, boss man, you see that thing talking on? This phone you talking on tell us so much information. So if you just take time, once you get off the phone, just take time. Go somewhere quiet. Go to the bathroom, like Martin said, and Google. Get you a paper. Google tells you everything. Everything you need to know, it tells you. But you can get temp agents.
Everybody
go to a temp agent. Talk to them. Tell them, like, hey, they help you. Like, you can go here, they'll help you. You can go here, they'll help you. Like,
I know you. Look, brother, I know. I'm sorry, man. Again, like I said, everybody be telling me certain stuff like that. I'm old school, man. I'm not used to that Google and stuff at all. I know, man. I be trying, man. Like I said, see, a lot of people don't realize that I be working so much. I be working 8 to 10 or 12 hours, you know what I'm saying, and then coming home and dealing with my kids. And with this internet stuff, like I said, man, it's not me. And I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to spell a lot of words.
Okay.
I don't, man.
Well,
I might graduate. That's why I don't know how to spell a lot of words.
Brother, let me ask you a question. Well, how did you find me?
If you talk to it.
Coach, hold on. Hey, brother, how did you find me?
I've been watching you and Jay Mall ever since George Foreman.
Okay, because I'm on the internet too now. You know something about the internet. If you found me, you got to know something about the internet, brother. I'm on the internet.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I follow your Facebook page.
Okay.
And J. Moore Green Facebook page.
Okay.
I watch your live every day.
Okay.
Every day. Every swine thing you go to, every time you go at nighttime when you go on that live in that phone booth and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, that's what I'm saying. There's some words I know how to spell. Some words I don't know how to spell.
I'm quite sure that's all of us. I don't think nobody know how to spell everything.
Asking for help and stuff, like I said, all I know is like that 411, and like the depth interpreter line is 7111. certain things. You know, I don't, you know,
Mhm.
and like
Mhm.
I said, I ain't gonna make no excuse. I know sometimes when you do type in words, it will still help you. Like I said, y'all, I'm not gonna just say, no, I ain't know how to do none of that stuff. No, like I said, I never thought of that because, I mean, you know what I'm saying, having help. You know what I'm saying? I used to always tap my girl, and she used to always help me with that stuff. So now that's why I'm coming to y'all about the whole salute and everything. Because I tried to come my mom and them, I tried it and this. Now I'm just giving it all out. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Okay. Okay, brother. We're gonna I'm going to end this live anyway. I got your number. If I run into some information, you say you're from Missouri, right? Where you live?
Yep, Columbia, Missouri.
Columbia, Missouri. Okay, Columbia, Missouri.
Columbia.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay, people, we're gonna end this
Yeah,
live.
I say more than I got you.
Okay. We're gonna end this live right here. I appreciate
Thank
everybody.
you, everybody.
Go ahead, brother. Say something.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I ain't mean that.
No, go ahead, but go ahead, brother. It's okay.
I got this. Thank you, everybody. Thank everybody for the help, and I'm finna do my homework. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna just really depend on you guys. I'm finna do it on my own because I am tired. And like I said, the two numbers was there. I think the two numbers that I got, Human Resource Service, and the other one I forgot the name of it, but I do have the number. So I'm gonna go from there.
Okay.
You know?
And come back and give us a
like I did. Thank you, Martin.
okay.
Thank you, everybody else.
Come back and give us a praise report when you get settled. When everything's on the right course, say, hey, Martin, remember that night I called?
I will.
When I remember that night I called in, I was hurt, I was crying, and look at me now. Look at me now. That's what we want. You let me know how the process going. Okay. This is all right. We're gonna close.
Again, my name on my Facebook page is Thomas Johnson.
Okay. I remember
Thomas
that easy.
Johnson.
Okay. All right, people, this is live, uncut.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Brother Thomas. Listen, people, I thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, we're going to say a prayer for that brother. We hope he gets together. We thank him for coming on here and sharing some of his personal business with us. So that don't mean that we need to go drag him all over Facebook and talk about the brother. Pray for him. If you can help him, cool. If you can't, it's okay. But what we can do is encourage him and give him resources where he can point him to resources, give him phone numbers as we did today out here today. So thank you so much, Brother Thomas Johnson. Thank you so much. Thank all my guests. This is live, uncut, unedited. You know, one thing about when you go live, uncut, unedited, you don't know what you might hear. You don't know what you might see. It's unscripted. You know, we don't pull stunts over here. This is what we do. I am the crime chaser, aka Martin G. Johnson, live, uncut, unedited. Good night, everybody. It's 12 o'clock. It's 12. Yeah, it's 12. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out. Got to work.